Let's cut the polite Canadian act. Not long ago, Bank of Canada Deputy Governor Carolyn called Canada's productivity problem a crisis. Her words, not mine. And she's right. Productivity in Canada is so stagnant, it makes a sloth look like Usain Bolt. And unless we wake up, this isn't just about inflation and GDP charts. It's about your job, your mortgage, and your kids' future. Productivity isn't a business buzzword. It's the math that decides whether our economy grows or flatlines. It measures how much output we get from the resources we have with labor, capital, and innovation. Right now, Canada is falling behind. Not a little, but by miles. The productivity gap between Canada and the US is the widest it's been in decades. Americans invest more in tech, R&D, and capital equipment than we do. Canadians, we talk about it at conferences while shuffling PowerPoints. When a central banker uses the word crisis, it's not rhetoric, it's an obituary. Deputy Governor Carolyn Rogers is pointing at the facts. Canada ranks near the bottom of the OECD for investment in research and development. Our capital spending per worker is almost 50% lower than the US. And instead of tackling this, we've leaned on cheap labor through temporary foreign worker programs, which, by the way, Mark Carney, our current Prime Minister, flagged as a risk back in 2013 when he himself was the Bank of Canada governor. He warned that importing labor without improving productivity would leave us weaker. Guess what? He was right. And yet, here we are playing hot potato politics with the temporary foreign workers program. Really? It's not abstract. Look around. Construction is slowing. Developers shelve projects when labor is available, but capital is too expensive. Manufacturing is shrinking. Plants are less efficient, underinvested, and now cutting shifts. Retail's bleeding jobs, down tens of thousands in just 2 months, according to the Labor Force survey. When businesses cut investment and cut people, it's not productivity, it's triage. Consumer sentiment is tanking. Surveys show Canadians have no confidence in job stability. And when people fear losing their jobs, they don't buy homes, cars, or invest in the future. This isn't just bad vibes, it's economics. Confidence drives growth, and fear kills it. Right now, Canadians are clutching their wallet tighter than a Blue Jay fan clutching a playoff ticket. Meanwhile, the federal government is playing whack-a-mole with subsidies and bailouts. Farmers, automakers, clean energy, civil servants, you name it, there's a check coming. Subsidies don't boost productivity. They mask it. They pay people to stand still. It's like giving morphine to a marathon runner. You don't solve the injury, you just numb the pain until it collapses. Here's the hard truth. Reliance on the temporary foreign worker program doesn't build capacity. It papers over inefficiency. We're importing cheap labor while ignoring the investments in automation, training, and R&D that actually drive productivity. The result? Lower wages, lower innovation, and a workforce built on sand. Here's where it lands in your lap. Low productivity equals low growth. Low growth equals weak jobs, and weak jobs equals weak demand for housing. You can cut rates 8 times, 10 times, doesn't matter. If Canadians don't believe in their economic future, they're not making 20 to 30-year commitments to buy homes, period. Expect the following over the next 12 months. More job losses in key industries, falling consumer confidence, a continued productivity gap with the US, a Canadian economy that looks more like a slow drip than a recovery. This isn't fear-mongering. It's the losing scoreboard. Canada doesn't have a job crisis. We have a productivity crisis. Until we start investing in R&D, tech, and real innovation, no amount of subsidies, rate cuts, or slogans will save us. Mark Carney knew it in 2013. Carolyn Rogers is shouting it now. The only question is, are we going to listen before it's too late? If you're a homeowner or planning to buy, you need to see through the noise. Don't bank on cheap money or political promises. Bank on productivity, because that's what sustains wages, jobs, and housing. Drop a comment. Do you think Canada can close its productivity gap? Or are we stuck in neutral? Share, like, and subscribe, because Canadians deserve the truth behind the headlines. I'm Vince Gaetano, and this has been your wake-up call from OwlMortgage.ca. Take care.